What happens when you're 45 years old with autism and your aging parents are no longer able to take care of you? Well, you don't have too many options because there's no specialized home catered for autism here in Singapore. For the Tan brothers, 50-year-old Russell and 48-year-old Kenneth, they will be spending their twilight years here. The pair of them is mild to moderately autistic. Bishan Home is the largest of 5 residential homes in Singapore for the intellectually disabled. 12 years ago, Russell entered the home and Kenneth followed shortly after. Their parents, who are currently in their 70s, found it difficult to handle them at home and needed professional help. And since there is no residential home specializing in autistic adults, this was the best option.
Russell may be a bit more difficult to adapt. When he first came in, of course in a strange environment, being autistic, he actually had a little bit of difficulty adapting. Kenneth, on the other hand, because he sort of led a life, enjoy quite a lot of freedom at home. Over in Bishan Home, everything is more or less structured, which actually for an autistic client, a structured environment is very important.
Kenneth and Russell are 2 of 5 diagnosed clients with autism at the home. The other 125 clients suffer from a variety of intellectual disabilities like Down syndrome and mental retardation. Kenneth and Russell's mother, who is currently too ill to be interviewed, says that she has not seen any detrimental effects on the brothers since entering the home. But is a generic home like this one suitable for older adults with autism?
I think probably for the more severe cases, probably they will need a more specialized home that is catered to them, because they will need to have more structures and visuals and a more autism-friendly environment so that they are able to function independently. Yeah, rather than if they were to live together with people with intellectual disabilities.
Bishan Home has had to reject autistic clients with behavioral disorders before. Because the home currently operates on a 6 clients to 1 caregiver ratio, they cannot afford to devote attention to 1 or 2 individuals.
Of course, with enough resources, enough manpower, enough capabilities, enough space, it would be good if some of these severely autistic clients, they have a place for them. Because really, we know that there are many out there whereby families are finding it very, very difficult to cope with them in their house. Because in Bishan Home, we do not have these capabilities like a psychiatrist, psychologists, speech therapists, occupational therapies, physiotherapists. These are actually very, very important. They are professionals needed if we really want to have an ideal place for this group of clients.
Kenneth and Russell come from a high-income family, so their parents have already started a trust fund 2 years ago, which will continue paying for their son's fees at the home as well as their medical expenses. It's a reality that these parents have to prepare for, their children's life after their death. Alfred's parents are currently both working, so they still can afford to pay the full rate of Alfred's school fees and hire a domestic helper to look after him. But they will be retiring in 2 years' time.
What we intend to do is to downgrade our present accommodation. We may also consider that the mother, Doris, will not go to work, stay and look after Alfred. We have to ask his caregiver to go home. So that will be the future.
Is that your biggest worry right now?
Yes, this is our main worry. When we are not around, how his future will be, we cannot imagine. We hope that if someone from an agency in the government service can meet up family members who feel that they have needs for the future of this group of people, meet us and discuss with us, propose us something. At this moment, we really need help, need idea from any government agency to let us know that there's this care for them.
In 2008, the government introduced the Mental Capacity Act, which allows parents of disabled children to appoint a proxy decision maker if they pass away or lose their mental state. And in early 2010, a new Central Provident Fund scheme called the Special Needs Savings Scheme was announced. This is to encourage parents to save up for the long-term care of their children with special needs. But there is no direct monetary welfare given to caregivers of children with autism. Alfred's parents are appealing for transport and medical subsidies, as well as monetary payouts to help care for Alfred in the future. When Get Real contacted the relevant authorities, their response was, "We must be careful not to monetize obligations and responsibilities within the family through providing family caregivers with direct care payments or allowances."
I guess the responsibility lies with me now in the future when my parents are much more older and they can't afford to support. So I have to bear the whole responsibility looking after him. I think it's part and parcel of life where in the future like someone has to take care of their old parents, but for me I just have to take care of my younger brother, that's all.
Give me one only.
In a meritocratic society like Singapore, people like Alfred who are unable to contribute to the economy might be deemed a social burden. Perhaps as we move towards becoming a more inclusive society, we should broaden our social safety net. But beyond monetary help, what parents of autistic adults need most is the assurance that our society will accept and care for their children even after they are gone.